This week on Right Now, we have a special programme for you all about censorship. Tonight marks the release of the Ickonic original series Banned Book Club, which features authors and writers who are censored and abused for their writings. On tonight's episode, we speak to 4 of them and hear what it is they have to say that the establishment fear so deeply. Author and writer David Icke joins me online. Also here is esoteric writer Bruce Fenton. Author of Children of the Universe, Jane Williams, joins me in studio, as does symbolism and occult expert Michael Feeley. To watch tonight's episode and all previous episodes of Right Now, plus everything else Ickonic has to offer, click the link in the post and start your 7-day free trial today. Did you find it challenging to find publishers to be able to get your work out there? Was that a challenge?
I didn't even approach a publisher.
You didn't even do that?
This, no. I am the publisher.
Right. Did you feel that was a necessity? If you'd have taken this manuscript to a publisher, they probably wouldn't have published it.
Well, it was such a lot of work putting a 400-page book together. I thought, I just don't want any more hassle with it, you know? Yeah. And I thought very early on, well back in 2017, that I would just not have an ISBN number. It wasn't going to go into the mainstream bracket. I was going to get it printed and get it out there myself, which is what I continue to do.
I feel quite strongly that we should be able to have these kind of non-conventional areas of research given out to the public for fair dissemination in the same way that any other material is. So, you know, the fact that there's a lot of us that are doing research in the kind of the edges of acceptable topics that do struggle with, you know, getting our work, particularly into the media, you know, particularly get covered there. See, some people literally struggle to get published at all, you know, that I'm quite sort of against that. And so, I mean, I was attracted to the idea that, you know, that bringing some attention to these kinds of researchers and their work in a field that, you know, is really being kind of certainly suppressed or ignored at the very least.
In relation to books, you know, a lot of the mainstream publishers won't touch it. A lot of the mainstream venues, such as when I contacted the museum at Cairo and said, you know, I'd like to come at my own time, at my own expense, to come and teach you about Egypt. And they basically says, no, thanks, we're mainstream. Right. So when I do that kind of thing, yes, they shut the door on me. Right. I've been engaged in radio shows when I've been halfway through and the plug has been pulled.
They've cut you off mid-air.
They've cut me off mid-air.
Wow. Because,
of course, they can control technology. They can control Skype and Zoom and all these different things. And all of a sudden you're there and then there's no one there to listen.
Jeez.
And even the host has said, you know, that they've heard strange voices coming into the studio, which wasn't me. Right. So there's definitely been sabotage in minor ways.
Well, you just have to keep your running shoes on, keep your spikes on, and keep your feet light, and just dodge and weave, and not fall into the trap of perceiving yourself as a victim of poor me, I'm being censored. Well, actually, you're being censored because you're speaking the truth that the system, the authorities, do not want people to hear. So actually, censorship is it's a confirmation that what you're saying has validity, and so much validity, authority doesn't want anyone to have access to it. Censors are not coming from a point of view of power or the powerful censor. No, people who are in their own power, who have confidence that what they're saying can be supported and can be debated and can be shown to be true, they don't want to censor anybody.